This is going to be a short and sweet video on how to convert your key-operated battery lid latch over to a finger-operated battery lid latch via this device. So first and foremost, you'll need to take this off the bike. It's held on by two 10mm bolts underneath the seat. You'll have to remove the seat in order to gain access to this. Now, I've come to find out that there's two different versions for this latch lock here. There is one that has these indents, and there's one that does not have the indents. It will not work for the one that has the indents, if I'm not mistaken, and this is a bit of a guessing game, as much as it is a guess for you, it is a guess for me as well, because on this one, you can see it has a little top hat on this side, and on this one, it has a big fat thing. So as of right now, I would say these fat ones with the little dumbbells, it should work for, and the one that has these hats, it will not work for, and that is because this lock tumbler goes to this key. This is an aftermarket one I bought off of eBay. However, some of these stock surron ones I've seen have these indents as well. The distance from the outside of this edge here, into there is longer on this one than it is on this one. I modeled it off of this one. This is off of a 2022 or a 2021 surron, depending on the year, because it's kind of blurry. It came with the 32 amp hour battery, if that helps you out, but so far I'm guessing if it's got this dumbbell, that's your one that it will work for. If it does not have the dumbbell, it probably won't work. The kit is $20 shipped. It comes with the, I'll call it a key, and the retainer clip. So this is the instructions for it. Once you take your assembly out, let's pretend it's this one. Once you take your assembly out, flip it over. There's a panel on the back with 5 screws. Remove them. They're Phillips. Inside, on this side here, if you flip it over, inside this hole, you're going to see the top of this little clip right here, spring-loaded thing. So what happens is that key tumbler goes in there, and the clip actually hooks into this face right here that I'm touching and keeps it from falling out. When you flip it over and you push that down, at the same time pulling this out, you can use the key with a slight turn to pull it, or you can just push it out. I was able to push it out using a regular old wood screw. That will come out. Now when you take that assembly out, being this thing, it is going to have key wafers in it, which are these. These are what allow the indentations on your key to release the lock to turn it. If you take this tumbler assembly out and you lose which place those go in, the brass ones, which you likely will, your key will no longer work. But once that is out, you will take your pin, and I'll use this one purely for example. This is a prototype one. You're going to take your pin, and you can see one side is closed and one side is open. Your open side, if you're looking at your lock, like these ones are, the open side will be facing up. Sorry. The open side will be facing down. It's a real confusion looking at it from this angle. So when you put it in, say you do it in this one, and again, the length is not correct, you will take your open side, which is this one, and put it in like so. If I can get it in there. I might not be able to. It'll go in like that, like this one did. And then this clip, the lighter silver shiny part, will then slip on, and then you just snap it in using a screwdriver by taking a screwdriver, once you have it in the groove, and pushing it down like so. Once it's in, you'll feel a snap, and then this will still move freely and it won't be able to go anywhere. If you put this black thing in upside down prior to putting the clip on, it will just stick out. You can see it's flush with the outside edge. If you put it in upside down, it's going to actually stick out about 1/8 of an inch. Plus, you will not be able to put the clip in, so it's impossible to put this in backwards. But once it's in, as you can see, super easy to actuate. It has rounded corners so that it doesn't hit your pant leg. I made this, it was a a hard guess between not too far out that it would hit your pant leg, but not too short that it's hard to do with your fingers, which is why it has this nice little concaveness to it, so that you give a little more finger hold to it. Now, a tip here is to get some either lithium grease or regular grease and put it in these locations here. You're going to want to put some here and put a little bit here if you have a stock assembly, which this is, but I've cleaned it with degreaser. This one, for instance, came off of eBay. Had no grease in it. Why? Grease is expensive in China, so they don't put any grease in it. You're going to want to put a little bit right here. This is a contact surface, so is this inside edge. You're going to want to put some here. You can already see that it actually corroded a little bit. That's that white galvanic looking corrosion. And then you can put a little bit right here if you'd like as well. So that's it. That's how you put it in. Then just put it back in the way you had it before, and good to go.